Indian Wales live commentary on Indian Wales tennis tournament match. Two of his channel's favourite players in one match, Karolina Muchova v Katerina Siniakova, and the two players with a bit of pre-match training. Well, for these two players, Karolina Muchova, ball striking, a bit of slice, and an all right enough volley at the net. Katerina Siniakova, an all right enough volley at the net, as was ball striking Karolina Muchova with the first service game of the match. Karolina Muchova with a serve centre box. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return and forehand, and Katerina Siniakova's forehand struck to right centre, and Katerina Siniakova a bit further forward, but the shot just out. So 15-love. Karolina Muchova with a serve. The wide serve. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return, backhand slice. Karolina Muchova, Katerina Siniakova returns, and Karolina Muchova backhand volley from the centre net, and then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand passing shot to the right, and it's a winner. So 15-all. Karolina Muchova with a serve. Centre to wide. Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand return, forehand. Karolina Muchova's forehand is struck to the left, but just out. So 15-30 on this Karolina Muchova service game, the first service game of the match. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre. Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand returns to the right, and Karolina Muchova points left, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the left, but just out. So 30-all. Karolina Muchova with a serve. The wide serve. Katerina Siniakova forehand block return. Karolina Muchova strikes forehand to the right, and Katerina Siniakova strikes backhand serve, backhand to backhand. And then Katerina Siniakova a bit further forward strikes a backhand to the right, and it's in, and it's a winner. So 30-40, and Katerina Siniakova with a break point in the first service game of the match of Karolina Muchova. 30-40, and break point for Katerina Siniakova. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve, it's top of the net and a bit out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve centre, then Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand return to the right, but a bit out. So juice on this Karolina Muchova service game, the first service game of the match. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre box, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand return centre, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand return, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. So that's a point for Karolina Muchova, and potentially maybe a point to hold this first service game of the match. Karolina Muchova with a serve to to the centre, just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre box, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand 10 cents, and Karolina Muchova strikes forehand struck, and Katerina Sinikova's forehand to the right is just out. So Karolina Muchova holds the first service game of the match, a competitive service game, but a service game maintained and held still. Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova central box serve hits top of net and then out a bit. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with central box serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes forehand, turns center, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand, and Karolina Muchova with forehand to the right, and then Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand to the right, but a bit out. So love 15. So love 15, Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova serves to the centre, just out. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return, then forehand to forehand, and Karolina Muchova's forehand is struck to left, and Katerina Siniakova returns, and Karolina Muchova, and Katerina Siniakova returns, and Karolina Muchova volley at net after Katerina Siniakova return, but then Katerina Siniakova further forward hits and strikes a backhand passing shot to the right with Karolina Muchova at the net, and it's a winner. So 15-all. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve just hits the net. So second serve on this point for Katerina Siniakova. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve just hits net. So that's two serves missed. So double fault. And 15-30 on this Katerina Siniakova service game. Love 30 rather, love 30. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, and Karolina Muchova backhand return, and Katerina Siniakova backhand, Karolina Muchova backhand slice to the right, and Katerina Siniakova forehand to right, and backhand slice from Karolina Muchova forehand to left, and Katerina Siniakova, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to the left, but just out, just wide, so 30-all. Katerina Siniakova, wide serve, Karolina Muchova strikes forehand turn, Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to right, Karolina Muchova backhand slice turn to left, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to left, and then Karolina Muchova forehand slice turns to the centre, just out. So 40-30, and maybe potentially a point for Katerina Siniakova to maybe hold this first service game of the match of Katerina Siniakova's. Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve, Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand turns right, and Katerina Siniakova forehand return, and Karolina Muchova backhand slice left, and Katerina Siniakova backhand to right, and then backhand drop shots to the right from Karolina Muchova. Katerina Siniakova onto it, strikes a forehand to left, and Katerina Siniakova there. But then Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand passing shot to the left, and it's a winner. So juice. Katerina Siniakova, the central serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return, but just hits net. So adds a point for Katerina Siniakova to maybe potentially hold the first service game in the match of Katerina Siniakova's after Karolina Muchova held the first service game of Karolina Muchova. But all right enough passing shots struck by the two players in this match. This point, Katerina Siniakova serve centre, Karolina Muchova forehand, block return, and Katerina Siniakova onto it. Forehand side shots to right, then Karolina Muchova with a backhand lob to the left, and then Katerina Siniakova backhand volley shot onto the right, but a bit out. So juice a bit on that backhand lob from Karolina Muchova on that point. The winner of this match plays Iga Swiatek in the next round. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, and then Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return to right, and Katerina Siniakova forehand. Then Katerina Siniakova forehand slice return to the left, just out. So add point and break point for Karolina Muchova on this Katerina Siniakova service game. So Katerina Siniakova with a central serve. A bit out, so second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a serve to the centre, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand return to the right and in. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand to the right, and then backhand return struck by Karolina Muchova. Backhand slice Katerina Siniakova, and Karolina Muchova shot further forward to the net. And Katerina Siniakova with a lob shot, but then Karolina Muchova with a backhand short volley to the left on the next shot, and it's a winner. And Karolina Muchova with a breaker serve in the first set. So Karolina Muchova service game, breaker serve in the first set for Karolina Muchova. At 2-love, Karolina Muchova. Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve. Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand return to left, just out. So 15-love. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve wide, and then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return. Backhand side shots to the right from Karolina Muchova, just hits the net. So 15-all on this Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a centre wide serve, just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve to centre of the box, and Katerina Siniakova forehand return and forehand, and Katerina Siniakova strikes one to left, and Karolina Muchova strikes one to left. And Karolina Muchova rather than Katerina Siniakova strikes shot, and then Karolina Muchova. But then Katerina Siniakova strikes her forehand to the left, and it's a winner. So 15-30 on this Karolina Muchova service game. Just on that point played, Katerina Siniakova striking a forehand winner to the left to win that point. After a amount of ball striking from the two players on that point, Karolina Muchova with central serve, and Katerina Siniakova forehand return, and Karolina Muchova strikes her backhand to the right a bit further forward, and it's a winner. So 30-all. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre box. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand 10. Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to the right, and Katerina Siniakova forehand slice return, but then a bit further forward. Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to the left, and it's a winner. So 40-30. Two all right enough forehands struck, one to the left from Karolina Muchova. And then after Katerina Siniakova returned one, Karolina Muchova struck another to the left, and with the next one struck a winner. So 40-30 on this Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a central serve just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. And Karolina Muchova with a serve central box. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return, backhand to backhand, and Karolina Muchova is backhand is struck to the right, but just out. So juice on this Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve wide, and then Katerina Siniakova strikes from 10 cents, and Karolina Muchova backhand slice left, and Katerina Siniakova backhand to right of Karolina Muchova close to the net, and Karolina Muchova backhand volley on it, but just hits the net. So advantage and break point Katerina Siniakova on this Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a serve, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Break point Katerina Siniakova. Karolina Muchova with a centre wide serve. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return, and Karolina Muchova then strikes a backhand to the right, but just hits the net. So that's a breaker serve on return for Katerina Siniakova, and it's on serve in the first set. So on serve in this first set, Katerina Siniakova service game. On serve. Katerina Siniakova with a Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve, just out. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, and then Karolina Muchova backhand return, backhand to backhand, and Karolina Muchova forehand to left, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the left, but just out. So love 15. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes 4-10 cents, and Katerina Siniakova strikes 4-10, 4-4, 4-4, and Karolina Muchova forehand, shorter angled rather to the left, but just out, so 15-all. Katerina Siniakova with a Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, and Karolina Muchova backhand return and third forward. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the left, and it's a winner. So 30-15. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve, and Karolina Muchova forehand return, forehand, and Katerina Siniakova's forehand struck to the right is out. So 30-all. Katerina Siniakova, central serve. Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return to right, and Katerina Siniakova backhand turn, and backhand to backhand. Then Karolina Muchova backhand to centre, and Katerina Siniakova forehand to left arm. Karolina Muchova returns, and Siniakova forehand to Muchova's backhand. And then after a backhand shot to the right from Karolina Muchova, backhand slice to the right from Katerina Siniakova after that is out. So it's 30-40 and a break point for Karolina Muchova on this Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova, the centre wide serve, Karolina Muchova backhand return, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand to right, forehand to forehand. And Katerina Siniakova strikes another forehand to right, and Karolina Muchova turns forehand to left, forehand to forehand. And Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the right, and forehand slice return from Karolina Muchova. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand to the right, forehand to forehand, and backhand Katerina Siniakova, then forehand to left, Karolina Muchova, forehand return Katerina Siniakova, then backhand drop shots left from Karolina Muchova. Katerina Siniakova onto it, and forehand slice shot to the left, and Katerina Siniakova at the net, and then Karolina Muchova, the backhand lob shot to the left, just out, so deuce. Katerina Siniakova with a serve wide, and Karolina Muchova returns right, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand left, and Karolina Muchova backhand slice turn, and Katerina Siniakova and then a backhand shot to the right, but then Karolina Muchova with a forehand lob to the left, and it's a winner. So Adam break point for Karolina Muchova on this Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, and Karolina Muchova forehand return, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand serve, and Karolina Muchova returns strike the backhand to the left. Katerina Siniakova returns it forehand to forehand, and Katerina Siniakova's forehand just hits the net, and Karolina Muchova with a breaker serve in this first set. So Karolina Muchova, breaker serve in the first set. Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a central serve just hits the net, so second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand return, forehand to forehand, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand, backhand slice Karolina Muchova to right, and third for Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to left, and it hits the top of the net and over, and then Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return, and then Katerina Siniakova a backhand shot to the right after that, just out. So 15-love. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve to centre to wide, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return set from Karolina Muchova, returns another backhand struck to left after that from Katerina Siniakova, then Karolina Muchova with backhand return after that, just hits the net. So 15-all. Karolina Muchova with a central of the box serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes for on return. And Karolina Muchova for on return. Another forehand struck from Katerina Siniakova, then Karolina Muchova for on return after that, just out. So 15-30. Karolina Muchova with a serve centre to wide, and Katerina Siniakova returns them further forward. Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to the left, and it's a winner. So 30-all on this Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a break of serve in the first set. Karolina Muchova with a serve. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand turns left, and Karolina Muchova turns with backhand, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to left, and then Karolina Muchova returns with backhand to left, but just out. So it's 30-40 and a break point for Katerina Siniakova on this Karolina Muchova service game. Is this another break on return of serve for one of the players in this match? Karolina Muchova, the central serve, and Katerina Siniakova returns a forehand struck to the right, but just out. So deuce. So deuce on this Karolina Muchova service game as Karolina Muchova with a serve, with a wide serve, just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre of the box, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to left, and Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand to right. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to right, and Karolina Muchova finds slice 10. But then further forward, just by net, Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the right, and it's a winner. And it's another break point for Katerina Siniakova on this Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve, and Katerina Siniakova backhand block return, further forward, Karolina Muchova forehand drive volley to the right, close net, but then Katerina Siniakova with a backhand passing shot to the left, and it's in, and it's a winner. And it's another breaker serve on return of serve for one of the players, and it's on serve in the first set. So on serve. So on serve in this. So on serve in this first set. Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova centre wide serve. Karolina Muchova strikes one return. Katerina Siniakova then strikes a backhand to the left, and it's a winner. So 15-love on this Katerina Siniakova. So 15-love rather on this Katerina Siniakova service game. On serve in the first set, Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve just hits the net. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova, centre of the box serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes one return. Katerina Siniakova forehand return. Karolina Muchova then strikes another forehand, then backhand to backhand. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand, and Karolina Muchova returns striking a backhand, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the left, but just out. So 15-all. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve a bit out, so second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. 15-all. Katerina Siniakova, centre box serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand return. Oh, another serve still. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve, and Karolina Muchova backhand return to the right, just out. So 30-15. Katerina Siniakova, centre wide serve. But just out, so second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes forehand return to the right, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand to left, and Karolina Muchova forehand return. And Katerina Siniakova for backhand slice, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to left, and then backhand to backhand, and then Karolina Muchova's backhand just hits the net. So 40-15 on his Katerina Siniakova service game. Maybe a point also potentially for Katerina Siniakova to maintain and hold this service game to still have this first set on serve. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve. Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return just out. So that service game is held, and it's on serve in the first set. 3-all. Karolina Muchova with the next service game. Karolina Muchova service game. On serve in the first set. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve just hits net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve centre of the box, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand return, forehand, and Katerina Siniakova forehand slice just hits the net. So 15-love. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve, and Katerina Siniakova forehand slice turn, Karolina Muchova returns. And one shot also for the two players. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the right, but just out. So 30-love. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve, and then Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand return, and Karolina Muchova with backhand return shot after that just hits the net. So 30-15. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand turn to right, backhand to backhand, and Katerina Siniakova strikes another backhand, forehand strike from Karolina Muchova, and Katerina Siniakova returns to forehand, backhand strike from Karolina Muchova, backhand slice turn from Katerina Siniakova, one shot from Muchova and Siniakova, and then forehand to forehand, and then Karolina Muchova with forehand right centre, and Katerina Siniakova with forehand left centre, and then forehand to forehand, and Karolina Muchova then strikes a forehand to the left and just hits the net, so 30-all. Karolina Muchova with a central serve just hits the net, so second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve just out, double fault, so 30-40, and break point for Katerina Siniakova on this Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a central serve just out, so second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova was Katerina Siniakova returning a short side, then Katerina Siniakova further forward strikes a forehand winner to the right, and Katerina Siniakova with a breaker serve in the first set. So Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova breaker serve in the first set. Katerina Siniakova with a central box serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes forehand, turns left, and Katerina Siniakova forehand to the right. And forehand to forehand, and Karolina Muchova strikes forehand to left, and Katerina Siniakova returns rather, striking a forehand to the right, just out. So love 15. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, just out. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve and then backhand to backhand, and Katerina Siniakova's backhand is just out, so love 30 on this Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova returns to the box serve and then backhand to backhand, and Karolina Muchova's backhand just out, so 15-30. Katerina Siniakova with a central box serve and then backhand to backhand. Then Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to left, and Katerina Siniakova returns forehand to right, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to the right just after that, just out. So 30 all. Katerina Siniakova with a serve to the centre of the box and then backhand to backhand. And Katerina Siniakova's backhand is struck to the left, but just hits the net. So 30-40 and a break point for Karolina Muchova on this Katerina Siniakova service game, and a break point for maybe another breaker serve from one of the players in this first set. Katerina Siniakova serves centre box, and Karolina Muchova backhand return, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the right, and Karolina Muchova the forehand slice return, and Katerina Siniakova then strikes a backhand to the right, and it's a winner. So juice on this Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova wide serve, and then Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand return to the right, and it's just out. So add a point for Katerina Siniakova to maybe maintain this breaker serve and from holding this service game, maybe potentially. Katerina Siniakova with a central box serve, and Karolina Muchova backhand return and backhand to backhand, and Karolina Muchova backhand slice left, and Katerina Siniakova forehand slice to the right, and then forehand struck Karolina Muchova to left, just hits the net. So that service game is held. So Katerina Siniakova rather maintains the breaker serve in this first set. So Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, Katerina Siniakova backhand return, just hits the net. Bit on that serve centrally from Karolina Muchova. 15 love. Karolina Muchova with a centre to wide serve, and Karolina Muchova to net, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return. Karolina Muchova to blind shot, and Katerina Siniakova shot, and Katerina Siniakova to net. But then Karolina Muchova hits a backhand passing shot to the right, and it's a winner. So 30 love. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, just hits net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. And Karolina Muchova with a central box serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes her forehand return to the left, and it's a forehand return with a race struck to the left from Katerina Siniakova off that Karolina Muchova serve. So 30-15. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, and then forehand return from Katerina Siniakova struck, but just out. So 40-15. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve. Katerina Siniakova forehand block return, and Karolina Muchova strikes one to left, and Katerina Siniakova returns strikes one to right. And Karolina Muchova then strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner to maintain that service game and hold that service game. But it's Katerina Siniakova that leads with a breaker serve in the first set at 5-4. Katerina Siniakova. So Katerina Siniakova service game at 5-4. Katerina Siniakova in the first set with a breaker serve. Katerina Siniakova with a serve to the centre, just hits net. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a central box serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand centre, and backhand strike centre from Katerina Siniakova, and forehand. And Karolina Muchova forehand, and Katerina Siniakova forehand to left, just hits the net. So love 15. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve, and Karolina Muchova forehand block turn, and third forward. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to left, and then to the net. But then Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand passing shot to the left, and it's a winner. So love 30. Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes forehand return, and backhand shot by Katerina Siniakova, and backhand slice Karolina Muchova, and forehand. And Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand centre, and Karolina Muchova forehand centre, forehand, and then forehand, And Karolina Muchova with a third forehand struck to the left, and Katerina Siniakova with a backhand slice return. But then at the net, Karolina Muchova with a forehand drive volley to the left, and it's a winner. So break points for Karolina Muchova on this Katerina Siniakova service game. Love 40 and 3 break points. Katerina Siniakova with a centered wide serve. Karolina Muchova backhand return, backhand to backhand, and Karolina Muchova backhand slice to the right. And Katerina Siniakova forehand to the right, just hits the net. So it's a breaker serve to love for Karolina Muchova, and it's on serve in the first set at 5-all. Karolina Muchova service game. On serve in the first set. 5-all. Karolina Muchova. Wide 7. Katerina Siniakova. One return. Karolina Muchova net with no head smash to the left. But then Katerina Siniakova returns, striking her. Backhand. Angle passing shot to the right. And it's a winner. So love 15. Karolina Muchova with a wide 7. Katerina Siniakova backhand return just out. So 15-all. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, and Katerina Siniakova backhand turn. Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand to left, then backhand to backhand. Then Katerina Siniakova forehand to the right, a bit out. So 30-15. Karolina Muchova service game. On serve in the first set. Karolina Muchova wide serve. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand turn, backhand to backhand. But Karolina Muchova's backhand just hits the net. So 30-all. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, and it's an ace. So 40-30. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre to wide serve. Katerina Siniakova backhand turn, and Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand to the right. Then forehand to forehand. And Karolina Muchova's forehand is an angled forehand struck to the right, and it's a winner. So that service game is held, and on serve in the first set at 6-5, Karolina Muchova. So on serve in the first set. And Katerina Siniakova with the next service game. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve and Karolina Muchova backhand turn. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to right and Karolina Muchova forehand slice turn and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the left and then further forward. And then Karolina Muchova with backhand return with Katerina Siniakova just by net, and then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the left but just out. So love 15. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve and Karolina Muchova forehand return. And Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand and Karolina Muchova backhand return, then forehand to forehand. And then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to left and then backhand to backhand and Karolina Muchova forehand. And then backhand Katerina Siniakova, backhand slice Karolina Muchova, and Katerina Siniakova strikes forehand to right and Karolina Muchova forehand to left and Katerina Siniakova forehand to the centre. Then Karolina Muchova forehand to the left but just hits the net. So 15 all. A level of ball striking, net play and passing shots in this first set. Katerina Siniakova, centre of the box serve just out. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve and Karolina Muchova strikes one return, forehand to forehand. Then Karolina Muchova backhand slice turns to right and third for Katerina Siniakova backhand slice to the right, but just out. So 15-30. Katerina Siniakova with a centre box serve and Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return to the left and Katerina Siniakova returns, but then Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand to the left and it's a winner. And it's 2 set points for Karolina Muchova on this Katerina Siniakova service game, 15-40. Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve just hits net. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve just hits net. It's a double fault. It's game and first set. Karolina Muchova 7-5 with a break of serve. Karolina Muchova in a competitive set. So second set. So second set of this one. Karolina Muchova with the first service game of the second set. And Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre. And Katerina Siniakova, a bit of backhand on it, but the ball not much further. A bit on that central serve from Karolina Muchova, 15-love. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve. Just out, so second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve just hits the net. This is second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Maybe the first serve. Read that, just hit top of net a bit. Anyway, this is second serve on this point for Karolina Muchova. Karolina Muchova, swim to box 7. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return 7. Karolina Muchova, backhand return, a shot. 2 shots also from the 2 players, and then Katerina Siniakova further forward strikes a forehand to the left, and Katerina Siniakova and Karolina Muchova a bit of forehand on it, but the ball not much further. So 15-all. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, and Katerina Siniakova backhand turn and purple. Karolina Muchova backhand forehand drop shot rather to the left, and Katerina Siniakova on it to it net with forehand slice shot to the left just out. So 30-15. Karolina Muchova with a centre to wide serve just hits net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve centre to wide, and then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return to the left just out. So 40-15. Karolina Muchova with a serve centre to wide, and Katerina Siniakova for one block return, but then Karolina Muchova further forward strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner to maintain and hold that service game on serve at the start of the second set. Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve just hits net. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve, and Karolina Muchova strikes a forehand return left centre, then Katerina Siniakova with a backhand to the right after that, just out. So And a return shot from Karolina Muchova just out, so 15-love. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve. Just out, so second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve and Karolina Muchova for one return. Double fault and 15-all. Katerina Siniakova just won a point, so 30-15 on this Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve just hits the net, so second serve on this point for Katerina Siniakova. Katerina Siniakova with a centre to wide serve and Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return to the right just out. So 40-15. Katerina Siniakova with centre of the box serve just out, so second serve on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve just hits the net. Double fault and 40-30. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve and Karolina Muchova's forehand return just hits the net. So that service game is held 1-all on serve in the second set. Karolina Muchova with a serve, wide serve just out, so second serve Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova service game 1-all on serve in the second set. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return to the left just out, so 15-love. Karolina Muchova with a central serve and Katerina Siniakova a bit of forehand on it, but the ball not much further, and 30-love. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre just out, so it's in, and it's nice. So 40-love. After a nice serve to the centre from Karolina Muchova on that last point. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve. Katerina Siniakova turns and Karolina Muchova to the net with a forehand short angled volley to the right, and it's just out. So 40-15. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return to right, and Karolina Muchova backhand slice turn, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to right. And then Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return, short angle to left, but out. So 40-30. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, and Katerina Siniakova one slice return, forehand to forehand. Then Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand to the right, and Katerina Siniakova forehand left centre. After a Karolina Muchova shot, Katerina Siniakova shot, 2 shots also from the 2 players. It's forehand to forehand ball striking. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the right, and Karolina Muchova backhand slice turn to the right. Then forehand to forehand, and then backhand Katerina Siniakova struck, and then Karolina Muchova backhand drop shot to the right, hits top of the net and just over. But then Katerina Siniakova onto it with a forehand slice shot to the left, and it's a winner. So juice after a point of ball striking, and then a drop shot, and then a slice winner. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, and it's an ace. So add a point for Karolina Muchova after a third ace of the match. Maybe a point, maybe potentially to hold and maintain the service game for Karolina Muchova. Maintain serve. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve, and Katerina Siniakova backhand return, but the serve just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return, backhand to backhand. And then Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the right, but just hits the net. So that service game is held, and it's on serve in the second set. So on serve. So on serve in the second set. Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve at the top of the net and just out. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova centre of the box serve, and Karolina Muchova forehand return, forehand to forehand. Then Karolina Muchova backhand slice turn to the right, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the right, and Karolina Muchova forehand turn to the left. And Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the left just after that, but just hits the net. So love 15. Katerina Siniakova serving in. Back over 10, Karolina Muchova shot. Katerina Siniakova shot also from two players. And Karolina Muchova with a backhand to the left just hits the net. So 15-all. Katerina Siniakova with a central serving and Karolina Muchova backhand 10 and backhand shot from Katerina Siniakova top of the net and just over net, but then third for Karolina Muchova, backhand drop shot to the left and it's a winner. So 15-30. Katerina Siniakova with a serve centre box and Karolina Muchova backhand 10. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand right and Katerina Siniakova further forward to close now as Karolina Muchova forehand shot 10 and Katerina Siniakova at the net or by the net with a backhand volley to the left but just hits the net. So 2 break points for Karolina Muchova in this second set on this Katerina Siniakova game. 15-40. Katerina Siniakova with a wide serve and Karolina Muchova a bit of forehand racket on it, but not much further, so 30-40. So break point Karolina Muchova, 30-40. Katerina Siniakova with a central serve and Karolina Muchova strikes one return to left and Katerina Siniakova strikes one to right and further forward Karolina Muchova strikes a short angled forehand to left just out, so deuce. So deuce, Katerina Siniakova with a serve, with a central serve just out, and that's a second serve and a double fault. So adds point for Karolina Muchova and a break point. Katerina Siniakova with a wide serve just hits the net. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a central box 7. Karolina Muchova backhand 10 left and Katerina Siniakova forehand to right and Karolina Muchova forehand to left, forehand. Then Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the left and Karolina Muchova backhand slice turn and two net. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the right and Karolina Muchova forehand lob shot to the left and it's in. And Katerina Siniakova forehand shot return, but then Karolina Muchova at the net with a bit of a forehand drop shot to the right and it's a winner. And Karolina Muchova with a breaker serve in the second set. Karolina Muchova with a breaker serve in the second set. Karolina Muchova, a wide serve. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand turn, backhand volley. Bit further for Karolina Muchova and Katerina Siniakova on backhand slice. Karolina Muchova. And short open two players. Then Karolina Muchova forehand and Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand to the right and a forehand slice shot from Karolina Muchova top of net and just over it. And Katerina Siniakova onto a forehand. Short slice to the right. And then Karolina Muchova third forward just by net of a forehand slice shot to the right and it's a winner. So 15 love. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre to wide term. Katerina Siniakova backhand turn, and Karolina Muchova a bit further forward. Strikes a backhand to the left, and it's a winner. So 30 love. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre of the box serve, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand turn. Backhand turn for Karolina Muchova, and backhand drop shots right from Katerina Siniakova, and Karolina Muchova's net on it with a slice shove. And Katerina Siniakova forehand return, and Karolina Muchova forehand volley, but the ball not much further after that. So 30-15. Karolina Muchova with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a bit of a retake serve for the second one. Karolina Muchova with a serve, centre of the box. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand turn. Karolina Muchova a backhand returned after that and just out. So 30 all on this Karolina Muchova service game. Setting a break to Karolina Muchova at 7-5-3-1. Karolina Muchova with a wide serve, hits the top net and then just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre to wide serve. Katerina Siniakova strikes one turn. Karolina Muchova front to right, then backhand to backhand. But Katerina Sinyakova's backhand to the left is just out. So 40-30 on this Karolina Muchova service game. Actually, my favourite player to have played for Borussia Dortmund is Czech as well, Thomas Frazicki. But that's football. And in this tennis match, Karolina Muchova with a wide serve, just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a centre to wide serve, and then backhand to backhand, then Katerina Siniakova for one. To the centre is just out, so that service game is held for Karolina Muchova, and Karolina Muchova with a break of serve in the second set at 4-1 Karolina Muchova. Karolina Muchova winning by 1 set to love after winning the first set of a break of serve 7-5 and winning the second in the second set at this point with a break of serve at 4-1 Karolina Muchova. So Katerina. So Katerina Siniakova service game. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve and Karolina Muchova forehand return and forehand to forehand struck, but Katerina Siniakova's forehand to the right is just out, so love 15. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve just at its net, so second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve and Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand return to the right out, so 15-all. Katerina Siniakova with a wide serve just out. So second serve for Katerina Siniakova on this point. Katerina Siniakova with a serve with a wide serve, and it's an ace. First ace in the match for Katerina Siniakova. So 30-15. Katerina Siniakova with a serve centre box, then Karolina Muchova strikes a backhand turn. Katerina Siniakova backhand drop shot to the left, but just hits the net, so 30-all. Katerina Siniakova with a wide serve, and then Karolina Muchova for one slice turn, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand to the right. And Karolina Muchova backhand return, and Katerina Siniakova a bit further forward strikes a backhand to the left, and it's just out, so 30-40, and a break point for Karolina Muchova. 30-40. Katerina Siniakova with a centre of the box serve, and then forehand, and Karolina Muchova forehand, Katerina Siniakova for one. Then forehand to forehand, and Katerina Siniakova's third forehand to the right struck just hits the net, so double break for Karolina Muchova in the second set at 5-1. Karolina Muchova, and Karolina Muchova just maintaining that bit more of a level, maybe potentially to win over the match in this one. Double break in the second set at 5-1 after winning the first set, winning a competitive first set of a breaker serve 7-5 for the first set. Karolina Muchova service game. Karolina Muchova with a central serve just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a serve centre to wide, and Katerina Siniakova strikes a forehand return to the right, and it's a forehand return winner ace off that serve, so love 15. Karolina Muchova with a central serve, and it's an ace, so 15-all. Fourth ace of the match for Karolina Muchova. Karolina Muchova with a serve, wide serve, and then Katerina Siniakova a bit of forehand racket on it, but can't get the ball much further. So 30-15. So maybe potentially 2 points away from winning this match, potentially Karolina Muchova. Karolina Muchova with a central serving just out. So second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova into the box serve and Katerina Siniakova backhand return, backhand to backhand, and Karolina Muchova's backhand is struck to the right, and Katerina Siniakova a bit of forehand rack on it, but the ball not much further after that. So 40-15 and 2 match points for Karolina Muchova to potentially win this match over the match by 2 sets to love. Karolina Muchova with a central serve just out, so second serve for Karolina Muchova on this point. Karolina Muchova with a central box serve. Katerina Siniakova strikes a backhand return to the right. Just out, game, set and match. Karolina Muchova by 2 sets to love, 7-5, 6-1. And in a match of level of ball striking, net play and passing shots, Karolina Muchova just maintained that bit more of a level. A competitive first set with breaks of serves on return a bit from the 2 players, but Karolina Muchova just maintained that bit more of a level for the first set of breakers, serve 7-5, and then a double break for Karolina Muchova in the second set of a double break 6-1 to win by 2 sets to love over the match. Karolina Muchova wins by 2 sets to love, 7-5, 6-1, and Karolina Muchova in the next round of Indian Wells plays Iga Swiatek.